Shalom, shalom. I'm out here in the state of Maryland. This is the Maryland School Board having their meeting about how they're going to continue on with masking and muzzling and giving foreign corporations authority to have some kind of attempt to usurp our sovereignty. Okay, so they brought everybody in, right? And this is the beginning of their meeting. Clarence Crawford, he was heading it out. Jean Halle, I mean, she looked like she's just having a rough day. Eshowen, we don't know who that is, but they're on the Maryland board, school board. Slauson, Maryland School Board, whoever those people are. Oh, Muhammad Shadru. And this is the first picture. So this was early on. So they started the meeting, right? Shuen Xinjiang, Rachel McCusser. What kind of wall is that, Shuen Xinjiang? That is a very interesting wall. Anyway, Rachel McCusser, she got a whole bookshelf, pictures of a family, ornate plates, and a freaking cello in the back. All right, Dr. Susan Getty. Looked like she on like a houseboat. You know what I mean? Chip. Yeah, what you got? What's going on, Chip? Oh, you're on the school board? That's cool. M. Gable. Ari Americaner. You know what I mean? If you an Americaner, man, step up, man. Ooh, Sean Bartley. Look, ooh, he's scratching his neck. Look at his mic. Oh my gosh. Bro, look at his mic. Nobody else got a mic like that. He must have a recording studio and a piano up in there. But there goes Sean Bartley. Holly Wilcox. Muhammad Chaudhry. They was calling him Chaudhry in the meeting, but it looked like Chaudhry. All right, Joan Malay McCarthy. Bookshelf. Chart. Degrees. Warner Sumter. Warner Sumter herself. Is that a piano back there? Or is that just a Schiffer robe? Lori Morrow. Kevin Bocoum. You know, they brought that brother in. I use that term lightly. He kind of, his language was like, it kind of reminded me of like one of my aunts. But I don't know him. Oh, Mr. Kevin Bocoum. Charlene Necessary. Oh, and look, Charlene Necessary twice. Just want to make that very clear. All right, John Rawson. And look, WebEx. You know what? Shout out to WebEx for hosting this whole thing. Maya Simpson, Charlene Necessary, Vermel Green. Now, this sister actually did say something that made sense. She said, all right, well, first of all, let me just backtrack. In this meeting, they talked about plans with off-ramps. In quotation, off-ramps. Like you on the highway, you take an off-ramp. But they never defined what an off-ramp was. But they kept throwing that word around like that was their little tool of a word that they came up with. And one of the off-ramps was, well, everyone has to get mandatory vaccinations. That was an off-ramp. And then we could start taking the masks off. All right. So with that, Vermel stepped in and said, you know, it's good to have a plan with off-ramps, but we should not be up in here having vaccination be what is the off-ramp, because that's not really fair, because, you know, she didn't say this verbatim. I'm paraphrasing, but that's about all she said. She didn't go into how it was a violation of people's will, how it was a violation of, you know, our sovereignty, how it was a violation of the Nuremberg Code, how it was a violation of common law, how is a violation of the Geneva Convention, how is a violation of basic moral code and conduct, and not being a base man on this earth is to not violate somebody else's will. She didn't go that deep, but she just said, you know, vaccination should not be an off-ramp. She at least said that. But look, she's the only sister, man. I think I got through everybody. Here's the next picture, right? They said this. During this picture, they said, all right, we declared Clarence was leading, or Clarence Crawford was leading the whole thing, right? So he eventually said, do we have a quorum established and we can conduct business? Immediately, what's her name with the cello? Yeah, she was like, I second that. We have a quorum. Everybody agree we have a quorum? Yes, 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 yes. All right, we have a quorum. So then, as soon as they had the quorum, they said, we're going to adjourn to an executive session. And an executive session is where they go and do their own thing, and it's not what the public can see. They go do their own thing, but it's not what the public can see. So we tuned in, and then for 30 minutes, they adjourned to an executive session. 30 minutes. Then they come back. All right, you ready? They come back. And notice this guy, Sean Bartley. He's just Sean Bartley right now. But when they come back in after their executive session, Sean Bartley is, can I get a drum roll? Sean Bartley, Esquire. So I think this guy actually got knighted by the Queen of England that is under the Vatican during the executive session. So let's give a big clap and a big shout out to Sean Bartley, because he become knighted during the executive session, because he was just Sean Bartley over here rubbing his neck, and then now look, he even got glasses on, and he's Esquire. He didn't have glasses on before. Look, he's just regular old Sean Bartley with no glasses. Well, you just let me know when I'm knighted, and then I'll break out the freaking contract in the pen. Look at my microphone. Okay? Vermel Green now, she's not in the scene no more, but she was a sister was going hard. My sister, you the only one. They didn't even leave a balanced left-right paradigm. It was like basically everybody in here, and I could be wrong, but it seemed like everybody in here was like, yeah, let's just keep on going with whatever the plan was that the knight brought back. And with that, let's look up Esquire definition. All right, Esquire definition: a title appended to a lawyer's surname. Definition 2: a young nobleman who, in training for knighthood, acted as an attendant to a knight. So who are the knights? And what crown do these knights serve? Okay, usually Esquire indicates that they are a bar association member. BAR stands for British Accreditation Registrar. Okay? British? And you over here dabbling in our common law overlaid in some deceptive way with the light shining back behind your head and your degree on the wall and the Esquire on your thing, and you obviously have glasses on and a pen now, and you're filling out contracts as everyone who's on the Maryland School Board is now consenting. Okay? I mean, is it eyeliner or is it just darkness? Alright? He was waving his hands around like Bill Gates, bro. This brother, and I use that term lightly as well, he